All right, we have a new chapter of Dr. Stone. This one is called The Great Escape. We have a really wonderful tribute to Dr. Slump with Suika playing Arlie. She's got the modified watermelon helmet with the little wings, and she's got the poop on the stick, and she's doing the famous pose. It's wonderful. I love these little manga to manga tributes like this. It really shows what I think is one of the great strengths of the medium, which is that everyone who makes manga, I think this is a universal rule, that everyone who makes manga loves manga. Um, there's no way you could possibly want to do it for any other reason but that. So, this one is called The Great Escape, also a reference to a classic movie. I'm not sure exactly how things are going to unfold, but I'm assuming this is the story of Suika and Ginro getting off of the boat. Suika and Ginro make the perfect tag team to get the science lab out of enemy territory. Well, I don't know about that. I think Suika and like anyone else might make a pretty good team. Suika's quite capable and can do a lot of unique stuff. I'm not sure what Ginro brings to the table. Well, he does have that Norin the Wary type ability, where he just runs away whenever anything happens ever. So maybe that will come in handy. Maybe that will, I don't know. Prepared a camo to cover the mobile lab from wild animals. Such a blow is burning into nature herself. She's 10 billion% sure to realize and use it. Right, cool. And of course she does. Outfitting it with this leafy cover. Doesn't turn it invisible, right? I like that for Soyuz here, that's like a legitimate question. Like, he's still at kind of this point of science being halfway mystical, I think. But he's like, wait. Is it invisible? Can win as long as our two infiltrators work together perfectly. She's indeed capable. Beyond measure, I'm not quite sure about her partner in crime. Comes through on accounts. I believe in you, Ginro. Okay. It's true, he does come through when it counts. It's kind of nice that, like, this is such a reliable trait in shonen, because that's what leads to the best kind of climactic, triumphant moments. It's in the end, you know, the cowardly guy comes through. So they know that. They know that by now. They have faith that we'll have that sort of achievement in the end. All right. But I'm thinking on the next page we're going to have the good old comedic juxtaposition. Looks like someone can save me. Totally gonna make it alright alive. Shouldn't be any problem, I'm just skedaddle now. Ultimate move, not my problem. He runs off at very max high speed, trying to just get off the boat and save his own skin. They're stealing all the goats. No, that was their precious food supplies. Good hides on them, they could be tasty. New beast we've never heard of out there. You don't know that half of it. While they're loading the goats, I'll sneak off on the other side of the boat. Totally, absolutely run away. Especially since I was lucky enough not to get petrified, right? No, you need to do more. And what does he see? The statues of his crewmates? I survived. So, yes. He sees the pile of petrified people dragging his dear partner, Kinro, hauling him. I'm not sure why. I don't know what this could possibly achieve. In fact, it seems very dangerous to try to move them. I'm just going to smash. We've already seen here that quite a few of them have smashed, which is really distressing. They don't have the handicrafts club on the ship. Yuzuriha is not available to patch people up perfectly. I'm saying a lot of alliterative sentences, just totally by accident. Whatever. Okay. So he drags out Kinro. This is a nice haunting shot. I think this is well done. I saw it coming, but like, I still think this sort of framing of like the face reaction, and then you cut to what they're reacting to. It's just great. Like that kind of shot for shot type thing never really gets old. Getting out of here together. You're so lazy, I got you to carry myself. Oh, come on. It's not gonna help. You know what will help? Is if you bring the science lab. Meanwhile, the distraction plan's still in effect. Suika bouncing around like a madwoman. Some sort of fruit. Maybe could be a beast. And this, I think, will really... Like, at first, he knows that he has some sort of ally. Someone came to save him. But I'm sure he thinks it's, like, Kohaku, maybe, or it's one of the big burly guys, or, you know, like an adult. But now to realize that it's the youngest crewmate of all. That it's poor little Suika. Who, although is Arlie-like, does not have gag character strength. It can be helpful by getting their attention. While they're all distracted, Ginro can escape with the lab. They're gonna petrify her, she's gonna die. No time to worry about that. Gotta get away together, right, Ginro? So it's like, he knows he's being cowardly. He knows he's doing something wrong. But he's made some sort of like weird internal compromise where as long as he can save the petrified body of Kinro, he thinks he'll feel okay. Like, that's what he's trying to do here. But he knows it's not enough. Kinro. Kinro. You weren't on the ship when it happened. Only you, so you might still be alive. Whoa, so this is really the interior thoughts of Kinro. Can't hear a thing. All I see is darkness, so I have no way to be sure, but I believe in you. Even here in the dark, I just know it. This is what I'd say to you. Think hard. Think about what you're meant to do right now. Ah, even without words, I can tell what you're saying. That super serious face of yours says it all. I'm sorry, Kinro. So this is kind of cool. We get another insight on what it is like to be petrified. So far, the only real kind of subjective experiences we've had of petrification were Taiju and Senkyus, who around the same time were able to spontaneously depetrify themselves, largely through like concentrated power of will, through constantly thinking. Senkyu's ability to keep track of the time second by second, Taiju's relentless desire to finish his confession, somehow able to convert the matter of the stone into energy is kind of what we're thinking because of the whole E equals MC squared thing and bursting out. But here we can see that Kinro, at least for a while, maintained consciousness. He was able to think through Ginro's absence, try to relay a message to Ginro, just firming and solidifying his thoughts such that he can just hope, he can barely hope that Ginro will assume that he's thinking what he was really thinking. And it seems like it works. A beautiful shot. I love the night sky behind this all too. Hanging there just a while longer because we'll be back with Senkyu to save everyone here for real. Nice, nice. Okay, so he sets off all determined. He knows he's got to get the lab. He knows Suika's making a distraction. All the pieces are in place. Will he be able to actually pull it off? Okay. The Suika distraction continues. Ginro. What is this called? Jacking? Yeah. Lowering the jack that the lab is on. Frantically. Really good facial expression. R. Crumb-esque. Meanwhile, one of the warriors has caught Suika, but it's empty. It really is just some fruit husk. But what the heck? The lab begins to emerge from the basement. They have no idea what's going on. The empty watermelon lands on top of it. And then the whole thing takes off down the gangway. Into the water? Is that okay? So we got on the inside of the lab, controlling it. I guess maybe it's amphibious. We better hope so. Equipped for land and sea, the mobile lab is awesome. Alright, sweet. Ginro jumps in after. Okay, alright, wow. Whew. That was fast. Well, things went from 0 to 60 in an instant. I thought there might be some more puzzles in getting things working, but I guess they were kind of prepared for this exact situation. Like SenQ, when speccing out the lab, knew that there would be situations where it not only needed to go from boat to sea to land, but it needed to do all of that in a hurry. That it needed to get off the boat in an instant, anticipating, this very situation. Now we're surrounded. That shouldn't come as a surprise. Yeah, they were making tons of noise. The crew saw where the lab was going. It looked like a boat, but then it ran on land too. Maybe it's another unknown beast. Oh! Yeah, and it's all covered in that weird plant matter. They saw the plant husk land on it. They really have no idea what's going on. And yeah, it calls back to the goats. They didn't know the goats, so maybe they don't know whatever the heck this is either. Can't conceive of vehicles that move on its own. In their minds, it has to be an animal. And the same thing as first. They use the confusion to their advantage. I'm sure our survival remains a secret. Turn off now. All the billowing exhaust will tell them this is a machine. I don't know about that because, well, I guess they'll associate it with like fire. And they'll assume since there's fire that it has to be something to do with mankind, I guess. So SenQ sees these flowers. I think they're lilies. And he realizes that the ultimate end is to hook up Kohaku with this girl that lives on the island. Ah. Wise. You're wise beyond your years, SenQ. I always knew you were a smart person, but to perceive the Yuri end from this distance, maybe your intellect actually could match my own. Anyways, it's that flower. Oh, it's jasmine. Never mind, it's not even lily. Okay, so he thought it was. Right now, we gathered earlier today, Amaryllis. We'd find a use for the rotten ones. Oh, is he gonna make poop? He's gonna make it. He's gonna make the machine poop. Compound known as Skathol. Skathol, yeah, it sounds like scat. Sounds like poop. They're gonna make the car poop. Get out of the jam, but make the car poop. All along I knew that this eventually would end in making the car poop to get out of a real jam. Wrap up the rotten selfish in the jasmine flowers and heat up the little morsels. Poop! Poop acquired. Why do you need to acquire that? Not the actual poop, just the stench. Alright, this is good. This is one of the... Oh, so that's why they had little Suika on the cover with the poop, I guess. How to make poop smell at home. Don't do it, kids. This is the worst one of all. The lab has it all. Yeah, dips a little sulfur in there. It's pooping. Don't get too close, it's pooping. It's too stinky. It really was a big smelly beast. And then they run off. And then again makes a sort of sound. Alright, that was a good one. That was good enough. Everyone is dying in there. Alright, that was pretty fun. Well, the arc that began with like all of their friends getting petrified and like the far and away the worst crisis they've ever encountered. Well, I don't know. I guess it got pretty serious during the fight against the the Tsukasa Empire. The Suiga Empire. Wow, that would be fun too. But this one though has gotten so bizarre and silly from starting in that serious direction. Making the car smell like poop. You make the car smell like poop, you can do anything. Who wants to mess with the poop car? Really, who among us? Okay, so all of that, by the way, talking about how silly this arc is, was just so that they could make good cosmetics for Kohaku, so that she could better infiltrate the harem of the master. And then, assuming that all goes well, she can steal the petrification technology, they can work on depetrifying everybody, so on and so forth, and la-di-da-di-da. Okay, alright, good chapter. Bye-bye.